Alderann certainly is the prettiest world on our itinerary. Don't let all that breathtaking scenery fool you, though. This is the most dangerous planet of the core worlds. The nobles here could teach the Sith a few things about backstabbing and assassination.
Backstabbers and assassins? I'll fit right in.
Up to a point. The nobles won't let you forget that you're beneath them. Every so often, the noble families spill their bloodlines fighting for the throne. The current succession war is the bloodiest on record. Since the Empire arrived to put its own puppet in charge, there's no telling who will come out on top.
Local politics put me to sleep. What's our business here?
Your first delivery is a piece of glaze cake. All you have to do is escort that antique power droid to House Organa's castle. Since House Organa runs this spaceport and their castle is right around the corner, dropping off the droid should be a quick run.
Got any info on House Organa?
They like to present themselves as the good guys, but they're pretty shrewd politically. You won't be dealing with them, though. The droid belongs to a couple of young nobles, Len Taran and his sister Sidonia. Decent people, all things considered.
Got it. I'd better get moving. You made a deal with a woman named Risha for this droid. I'm here to collect.
Welcome home, you ugly little thing. I mean the droid, of course.
This is no time for your juvenile jokes. We should properly introduce ourselves. I am Lady Sidonia Taran, Herald of the Gold Aurora.
And I'm her brother, Lord Len Taran, Warden of the Eternal Flame. Please call me Len.
It's an honor to meet people with such fancy titles.
Titles are a credit a bucketful here. If you want one, I have a few I'm not using.
My brother and I are all that remains of House Taran's noble bloodline.
One of Alderann's more reprehensible pedigrees, House Bayless, slaughtered our family and seized all our holdings.
You still have this old clanker, for whatever it's worth?
This droid holds new hope for us, literally. Centuries ago, our ancestors hid something inside it for safekeeping.
Pirates absconded with the unfashionable machine generations ago. Tracking it down has consumed our family since before we were born.
What that droid contains will rebuild House Taran. But we need instructions to safely open the hidden compartment. It's rigged to explode, you see.
The instructions are at our family's estate, now occupied by House Bayless's forces. Without those instructions, we can't pay you.
There must be plenty of mercenaries willing to go steal those codes.
We've hired 37 professional thieves. None has returned. Perhaps they formed a club.
The instructions we need are in a datapad of Taran family history at our estate's library. If you retrieve that datapad, we'll add a substantial bonus to your payment.
And there are some additional family heirlooms we'll pay you handsomely to recover while you're there.
What kind of security does your estate have?
Hard to say. I'm sure Bayless installed new systems after we fled.
Len, it's time for your meeting with House Organa. Don't keep their counselors waiting this time.
You just want this handsome stranger to yourself. Next time, dear sister, you get to beg our hosts for their table scraps.
I should head out too.
Another time, then. Goodbye, for now.
Rumors are filling the hollow frequencies of a daring robbery at our old estate. You've set a lot of tongues wagging.
House Bayless is missing a datapad from their new library.
I'll let my dear sister have the honors. Never could decipher that blasted thing.
It's a simple code, woven through the genealogical entries. You just have to assemble the letters correctly, Len.
I can't wait to see what's inside.
I hope it isn't a huge explosion. That would be anticlimactic.
According to this, we must pry open the droid's ventral servomotor housing and disable its lateral conduits. The holochip is hidden within a false power storage unit, behind a detonite charge, entering the disarm code.
You sure we ought to be standing this close, Captain?
I've got it! After all these centuries, we finally have our proof. The information on this holochip proves House Taran is owed a considerable number of credits. When the other families hear of this, we will reclaim our status among the nobility.
I guess congratulations are in order.
Please, there's no need. We're just happy to be rich.
Then take this data and have it authenticated by the Royal Council. I'll see to our benefactor's payment.
I'm sure you will, dear sister.
I'll, leave you two alone to negotiate. Call me when you need me, Captain.
I suppose you'll be leaving soon. You don't seem like a man who stays in one place for long.
That's usually how things work.
It's a shame your only experience of my world has been the war. Alderann has so much more to offer. One advantage to being an honored guest at House Organa is access to their finest food and drink. I can arrange a special meal for the two of us. We'll eat and talk about your adventures.
My adventures aren't for the faint-hearted.
I think you'll discover I'm not a faint-hearted woman. Follow me to the parlor. We'll pour ourselves a drink while we wait for the food. Aren't you glad you decided to stay?
This is great, but it's time for me to go.
Already have one foot back on your ship. I wonder what sort of woman it will take to settle you down. This datapad contains your payment for delivering the droid. It's the schematic for a powerful anti-radiation shield invented by House Therodatt. The shield will protect your starship from lethal cosmic rays. You should give the datapad to your business partner, Risha.
What's she gonna do with it?
Build the shield, I believe. I assumed you knew all this. I also have your reward for recovering our family's heirlooms. I'm especially grateful for those. You risked your life for House Therodatt, and we'll never forget that. Farewell.
You got House Therodatt's schematic. Perfect. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Ask me again when the bruises heal.
I sense there's a long story to go with those bruises. Your next delivery is to take that head in the jar to a sniveling little stuffed shirt named Pima Ahuff. Pima is at House Alda's estate. You'll have to sneak through some tough battle zones to get there.
Why does some noble need a head in a jar?
It's a history thing. If you're that interested, ask Pima. His lectures are thrilling.
Can't wait to ditch that creepy head. I swear its eyes follow me around the cargo hold.
This is one delivery I recommend keeping covered. Let's not upset the locals any more than we need to. Good luck, Captain.
Guided tours of House Alda's Royal Museum are closed until further notice. Scoot along and don't be a bother. Otherwise, you'll answer to security.
Do you want this head in a jar or not?
I most certainly do not. Get that disgusting thing out of my sight. I mean, really, what sort of buffoon brings a counterfeit head and expects payment? House Alda has already obtained the head of Darth Bandon, thank you very much. It was genetically authenticated by one of my conservators yesterday.
Not only are you an idiot, your people are incompetent.
How dare you? Cadrith? Cadrith, come here.
Yes, noble curator. How may I serve your impeccable rectitude?
Where is Neva? I want her to run the genetic authenticator on this head and prove it's a fake.
I haven't seen Neva since she authenticated the other head yesterday, noble curator. I sent a message to her holo, but she never replied.
I smell a womp rat.
This estate is vermin-free, I assure you.
Cadrith, perform a genetic authentication on this head at once. Compare the results to the head we received yesterday.
I beg your patience, noble curator. This process will take some time. I'm afraid we have a slight problem. This head is a 100% genetic match for the Sith Lord Darth Bandon. I retested the head Neva verified yesterday, and it does not appear anywhere in the genetic authenticator's database.
Somebody owes me an apology.
And someone owes me an explanation. Captain Skavik, this is Noble Curator Pima Ahuff speaking. I demand that you return the Arcanian hyperdrive at once. The head you bought it with is a counterfeit.
Sorry, Pimi. I have a strict no refunds policy. Hey, Captain. You're a little late to the party.
I'm coming to get you, Skavik.
Just give me a few minutes to clean up. I wasn't expecting company. Hope you don't mind, Pimi, but Neva's taking an early retirement. She's too gorgeous for life in a museum.
What? You menace! You corrupted that girl!
Wasn't that hard, trust me.
You won't have much use for women once me and Huey get done with you, Skavik.
You still got that giant viper sword? What are you trying to compensate for, kid?
Corso doesn't have anything to prove.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you two had gotten so close. Wish I had a hollow of your face right now, Captain. That expression is just priceless. Have fun eating my vapor trails.
This is unthinkable. Skavik has committed a grievous affront to House Alda.
You people are a whole new level of hopeless.
Now really, this is no time for insults. Skavik received the Arcanian hyperdrive at the spaceport yesterday. If he's still there, he must not have finished installing it. Skavik cannot leave Alderann without a functioning hyperdrive. Hurry, catch him before he escapes.
You didn't waste any time, did you, Captain? Bet you ran quicker than a Varactyl on hot sand. Not that it mattered.
How does he always manage to get away?
Yeah, sorry I can't be there in person, but my sweet little Neva is very sensitive to violence. Don't worry, though. My friends here will show you a good time.
What's wrong? Afraid to face me yourself?
No, it's just... this way I can watch you get slaughtered from every conceivable angle. Isn't technology wonderful? Captain, say hello to Sergeant Teutonian and his men. They were working freelance for the houses, but now they work for me.
You hired a whole army to kill just us? I'm honored.
The Sergeant has graciously accepted my contract, on very short notice, I might add, to vaporize you.
You should have stayed in bed.
Hit it, men!
You're either the luckiest shot in the galaxy, or those were some seriously unlucky mercenaries. Guess I'll erase this hollow recording.
Luck had nothing to do with it.
Right. I'm supposed to believe it was your amazing reflexes? Look, I hate to cut things short, but I got a swanky new hyperdrive to install. Love that Arcanian tech. Take good care of the rest of my stuff, Captain. I'll be coming for it soon.
Just found out what's happening. Sorry I'm late. The good news is, I tracked Skavik's ship to House Thul's spaceport. He must have gone there to finish installing that hyperdrive. There's still time to get him.
I'll fly us to that other spaceport in no time.
Throttle down, Captain. It's not that simple. The Empire controls House Thul. Skavik has landing clearance from the Imperials, but you'll have to sneak in on foot. Luckily, someone here owes me a big favor. I've arranged a meeting to sneak you inside that spaceport and get the hyperdrive.
Can I trust this mysterious someone?
He wouldn't dare cross me. Long story. My contact is at these coordinates. Oh, and there may be a way we can profit from this whole debacle. House Alda still wants the head. That pompous gasbag Pima Ahuf will probably pay anything to get it.
My ship's cockpit needs decorating. I could hang the head there.
Add a couple of matching throw pillows. Could be nice. Good luck, Captain. I'll be waiting.
Chonki faguta, jiho poda ji oto vokise.
What's wrong? You're too good to speak basic?
Patoga wata kiko uba kiri wata buki donko. Se gota do muti kihasa da puño, lis di woto. Kupa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni.
If I needed luck, I'd already be dead.
Kabano tase makipuna, mali tuta odmishka. Kichawa joto du debita tuta ulya, nucha.
Where's Skavik? I'd like to chat.
Nakag agib kikbenabab. Neya agam berakaki. Bomogala apayang. Nilama imi amka angap. Naya narangkam. Kala ama mani mami. Lebek bak.
You're not exactly a genius, are you?
Kam inu nemuk. Naja naya akam memnik meraka. Bragam nemnya, inubuyin. Kamamka amkananya. Beraka karamkara. Ninyamak oramag yang megik.
You're not going anywhere until you junk Skavik's starship for me.
Nibaga glamka. Gakyam. Glagnimu amya galak.
Fine. Get out of here.
Imkanaya nugan. Jinim naya lak umnan mege.
Thank the stars. We're in desperate need, and you're the only one we can turn to.
Everything was fine when I left.
I'm afraid events have quickly turned against us in your absence.
Duke Bayless was offended by your visit to our former home. He's demanding satisfaction. The Duke is sending his son, Zin Bayless, Alderann's finest marksman, to challenge me to a pistol duel to the death.
It was nice knowing you.
Our friendship doesn't have to end. You could, I don't know, offer to fight for me. Doesn't that sound friendly?
My brother never mastered the art of the blaster. He can't possibly face Zin. Unless we find a champion to take Lin's place, he's as good as dead. Please, will you be our champion?
Just how good is Zin?
He's fought 25 duels to the death. In each one, he fired a single shot.
Maybe he just got lucky. You could break his winning streak.
Well, my talents don't come cheap, your lordfulness.
Keeping my handsome face free of blaster holes is worth a lot to me.
Please, come to House Organa at once. Zin will arrive any moment, and you must be here to meet him.
Just in time. We were, about to start without you.
Ah, House Tehran's champion finally arrives. Is this common thug truly the best you people could do?
Nice robes, pal. Sew them yourself?
Inform your simple-minded servant he should not speak. I have no compunction about killing your second first.
Draw.
Ah! You filthy mongrel! How dare you violate the rules of noble combat? The duel hadn't even started!
What about now?
Stop! Stop! Blast you! The duel is ended! You win!
This duel was to the death, remember?
You saved my brother's life.
Not only that, you did it with style. Where did you learn to fight like that?
Little here, little there. Mostly I make things up as I go.
Ah, so you're classically trained?
There are no words to express our gratitude. This reward will have to suffice.
I'm glad I was around to help out.
The immediate danger has passed, but it's not over yet. My brother and I must flee House Organa. It's only a matter of time before House Bayless makes another move against us.
Why don't you come with me? It's probably safer.
For us, but not for you. I'm sorry, but it's better if we go. Captain, we will always remember you as our champion. Farewell.
Hello again, Captain. I understand Skavik has escaped. I was, truly sorry to hear that.
I still have your head. Got anything useful to trade for it?
We got off on the wrong foot, didn't we? I apologize if I was rude before. You must understand, the head of Darth Bandon is a priceless artifact. He was the Sith Lord who murdered one of Alderann's noblest sons. Centuries ago, Trask Ulgo bravely sacrificed himself in combat with Darth Bandon. Trask's martyrdom saved the Galactic Republic.
You nobles will make a hero out of any screw-up, won't you?
Trask's death was a noble sacrifice. It allowed a powerful Force user to live, who eventually went on to destroy the evil Darth Malak. Alderann's current king is of the Ulgo family bloodline, and he reveres his ancestor Trask. The remains of Trask's murderer will be the perfect peace offering to our king. House Alda must have your head, so to speak.
I'll trade this head for a new Arcanian hyperdrive.
But I only had the one, and the Arcanian engineer who crafted it is long dead. Any payment in credits I give you for the head now will have to come from my own funds. I'm not a wealthy man. Please, I beg you, For the love of peace and posterity, please accept my offer of what little I possess.
Keep your money. Peace and posterity are enough for me.
You truly mean it? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
That was downright charitable of you, Captain. I hope this idiot appreciates it.
I would kiss you, Captain, but I'm certain you would strike me for it. I must deliver this relic to the Baron at once. Thank you again.
I've never been so happy to see a starship part in all my life, but I'm even happier to see you in one piece.
That was the craziest run I've ever made.
Then you haven't made the Varsunian run of Palking 14. I have to hand it to you, Captain. You not only took care of business, but you made Skavik look like a fool.
I also developed a profound hatred of nobles.
You see what I mean about these people? I'm glad we're done here. It's funny, I can't help thinking Nokdrayan would have hated this world as much as I do. Legend is, Nok was descended from royal blood. They say that's how he got to be king of the galactic underworld before he died.
Blood doesn't determine someone's fate.
Tell that to the scum Nokdrayan wiped out on his way to the top. It won't take long to wire the Arcanian hyperdrive to the ship's engines, and the anti-radiation shield will be a snap to build.
What's so special about this Arcanian hyperdrive tech?
It's 100% accurate for 30 parsecs. Trust me, you need this. I'll have those upgrades online in... wait. Hang on. Oh, this ought to be good. Hello, Skavik. How's Trix?
Just fantasizing about killing you and your friends, sweetheart. Want to hear the details?
In my fantasy, you burn alive.
My plan involves synthrope, a jar of Dio sauce, and a starving colony of Kretch insects.
Haven't you learned yet, Skavik? Cheaters never win. We're leaving Alderann with all the prizes, and you're... well, stuck being you.
Have fun while it lasts, kids. The end of the ride is coming soon.
You know that old saying, it never rains but it pours? Today it's pouring hollow calls. I'm getting one from Tatooine of all places. Jaren, I haven't seen you in forever. I'd love to catch up, but this isn't the best time.
Someone took Ardila. Said I'll get her back in pieces if you don't come. Pieces! You have to help me.
Wait, let me guess. Someone is in trouble and you're gonna ask me to help.
You're a quick study, Captain. Jaren, I won't let anything happen to you or Adila. Calm down and start over.
When I came home from work, Ardila was gone. There was a man waiting for me. He said unless you want to be responsible for Ardila's death, you'll meet him at an old Zerka mining complex in the Chini Rift. I don't understand, Risha. Why is this happening?
It's a trap, obviously. But my odds of surviving and getting Ardila back alive are a lot better if you help me spring it.
This is going to cost you.
Fine, but you don't get anything until Ardila is safe. Jaren, stay on this hollow frequency. Let me get in touch with some contacts. We have to play this smart.